Hey folks, Nick with Kognitos back at it again. Just here to show you how we would go about scheduling a process. I figured now would be a great time to recap some of what we've gone over. So we've done all of the creation and the playground promoting to a process in draft mode, in draft mode, and then promoting to published version. So we've done that already with the to get the remittance data process. And so I'm going to just recap with a different process that is a little bit smaller and a little bit easier to schedule. And so I've populated this playground with this generate a timestamp. And so what we're doing here is we're defining a time zone, we're getting the current date, converting that to a format, and then we're getting the current time, converting that to a format, and then creating a timestamp using the date and the time, and the output is the timestamp. And so I've already tested this, so we're ready to roll with this. So let's go ahead and create a process. So we're going to call it to generate a timestamp. Okay, and we're going to create that draft process. And so we can hit run in here. And then we'll see a run generate. We can test it right here. I'm only skipping the playground piece because I've already run this before. Actually, while we're waiting on this, I want to show you a couple of other things back in the process itself. So let me go back to the process. We'll wait for that. We'll come back to that run in a moment. There are a couple of things I neglected to mention when you're in draft status in the previous video. So I would like to just show you in here we have this exception routing, right? And exception routing is by default to whoever created the process, but you can just as easily flip this and change it to whomever else is available within your organization or department rather. And so it's me plus one plus two, so that wouldn't be effective. But if you had other users that you wanted to assign this to for exception management, you could just as easily flip that switch and hit save. And so what we're going to do is just click out of there and go back to the runs and see where we're at with this. So it looks like it finished. And so the output is the timestamp here, and the timestamp is correct. So this is in, for those of you that are not familiar, this is in military time. It's a little before 11 p.m. So it's 2200 hours, 46 minutes. And so now, just like we did with the previous process, we're going to go back to the processes page. We are going to, I'm sorry, we're going to, my mistake. We're going to go back to the processes page. We're going to hit publish drafts and then hit publish. And that way we can publish the process. And now we have this generated timestamp. And now here, what we're going to do is while we are in the process, we're going to click View Runs. That will open up this more expanded process options page where you have runs, exceptions, learning, so on and so forth. And here you'll have schedules. And so you can enable a schedule. And you can enable it to be every few minutes, hourly, daily, weekly, or monthly. Just for demonstration purposes, we're going to let this run every minute for right now. I would discourage you from doing this in a production environment as this is going to incur a substantial amount of runs if you ran this literally every minute of every day. So we don't want to do that in cases other than where you are testing. And so we'll see this kick off here in the next, at the top of the next minute. And so there it goes. It's in a ready status. We can click on it and look at it just like we would normally for any normal run and see. You can get the date, get the time, and then we combine those two as an output and you're done. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go back to the runs page. I'm going to hit pause on the recording. I'll come back in a few minutes and you can see through movie magic in just a few seconds that this has run. All right, so I have let this run for a while now, and as you can see, it has kicked off every minute, every time. We can click in here and see process run again. And so here we see the output as previously discussed. And so now what we can do is we can go back to the runs page, or sorry, back to the schedules, and we can just disable. And when I hit save, that will disable the schedule so that we don't run this every minute of every day again. And so that is how you would create a schedule within the bounds of Kognitos. Hopefully you found this helpful. See you next time.